Today, we will be formally launching PitchIT Caribbean's Alumni Network, which represents an important next step in promoting a vibrant regional startup community. The hosting of this event represents an opportunity to bring the stakeholders in the mobile app development community together with the aim of building strong networks among entrepreneurs and business development entities, thus contributing to the promotion of the development and enhancement of the mobile app ecosystem. For those of you who may not be aware of PitchIT Caribbean, which falls under the remit of the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project, I will give a brief insight into the program's content. PitchIT Caribbean is designed to strengthen the Caribbean mobile innovation ecosystem and foster the growth of sustainable and competitive mobile enterprises through activities that will target early-stage innovators and guide them to market readiness. PitchIT Caribbean is administered by the University of the West Indies Consortium, led by Lumen Consulting Incorporated in Jamaica, formerly UE Consulting Incorporated. The project is funded by the Government of Canada and executed by the World Bank Group. It spans 14 Caribbean community countries, in 5 of which mobile hubs referred to as M-hubs have been established under a project partnership arrangement. The M-hub partners of PitchIT Caribbean are all focused on building mobile innovation communities in their respective countries by engaging a variety of local stakeholder groups. In this regard, Caribbean is the M-hub partner in Trinidad and Tobago. The program's activities commenced in December 2015 and are now drawing to a close. Among the highlights were 3 mobile app pitching challenge events held in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Kitts and Nevis. It fills me with pride to mention that Trinidad and Tobago nationals were among the top 5 winners in each competition. With the domestic economy only now beginning to emerge from the grip of recession and economic right-sizing leaving in its wake a contracted job market, Caribbean considers it opportune and indeed an imperative to intensify the focus on innovation and entrepreneurship on a national scale and across diverse sectors, inclusive of the mobile app development industry. Caribbean has long recognized that the achievement of a diversified, internationally competitive economy is contingent on according primacy in the developmental planning agenda to the promotion of innovation and entrepreneurship as key drivers of sustainability. Towards this end, the Institute has taken the lead by putting in place pertinent infrastructure and embarking on a number of initiatives to foster innovation facilitation, entrepreneurship development, new business creation, and business expansion, all of which form core constituents of our Center for Enterprise Development located at Freeport. It is our hope that the PitchIT Caribbean Alumni Network, which we are launching today, would provide a platform for progressing the mobile app development agenda locally and regionally through networking among stakeholders and sharing of knowledge and experiences, which I have no doubt would redound to the benefit of national and regional socio-economic development, growth and entrepreneurship, and employment and income generation. We therefore look forward to the Alumni Network not just surviving but thriving, leaving a fitting legacy to the completion of a successful regional mobile innovation initiative. Once again, we welcome you all and thank you for coming, and we wish you all an enjoyable and productive evening as we embark on another interesting chapter in the development of the regional mobile app industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Golda. It now gives me great pleasure in welcoming the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development, Ms. Joanne Deoraj, to address us. Please welcome her.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Melissa Johnson, Project Lead for the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project. Mr. Fenwick Reed, Chairman of Massey Technologies. Ms. Anna Henson, CEO of Massey Technologies. Mr. Rishi Sukai, Managing Director of Sukai's Diesel Service Limited. Mr. Niraj Tiwari, CEO of the American Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Alison Dimas, Chairperson of the NOVA Committee, Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce. Representative of the Public Bank, Mr. Megnath Gosine, Executive Manager, Corporate Services, Kariri, Ms. Denise Ferguson, Human Resource Manager, Kariri, the CMIP alumni, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And it is indeed a pleasure for me to be present here this afternoon to just share a few words on behalf of the Ministry of Planning and Development. As you all know, the Ministry of Planning and Development is partners with Kariri. They are one of our line agencies, and it's always a pleasure to be part of the activities that the organization is doing. Today represents, of course, a new chapter in a project that has been going on at Kariri, and it has been one of the creative areas. Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project, referred to as the CMIP, was an excellent idea, an idea that when you look at the context of the world of work and the World Bank's InfoDev initiatives, three interconnected areas are critical to accelerating development and contributing to government's goal of economic diversification. These are ICT, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Three important pillars if we are to move the economy of Trinidad and Tobago forward. It is through these lenses that we can fully appreciate the significance of an event and your presence here today. It is important upfront to acknowledge that the launch of the Alumni Network is rooted in the successful implementation of the PitchIT Caribbean project. And from hearing the contributions earlier, I know that Trinidad and Tobago has really outdone itself and performed very, very remarkably in the Caribbean initiative. In context of the project outcomes, the Alumni Network presents an opportunity for the Institute infrastructure that is critical to the sustainability of the gains achieved from the project going forward, a process that is not always followed but constitute best practices in the implementation of projects of this magnitude. The government welcomes and fully supports the PitchIT Caribbean initiative, recognizing that the key tenets of ICT, innovation, and entrepreneurship encapsulated in the project constitute the development plans that are central to the achievement of economic development. In the context of what I term the ICT innovation nexus, it is noteworthy that ICT is in essence an innovation game changer, or if you wish, an innovation accelerator, as it provides a platform for accelerated innovation. In the context of ICT, as both a catalyst for enhancing competitiveness of small and micro enterprises via efficiency and productivity improvement, and a medium for new business creation via innovative business model. As core constituents of ICT, mobile technology, digital media, and social networks are radically changing the way business is conducted. Companies interact with their customers, people socialize and entertain themselves, students learn, teachers teach, and among other things. We cannot exist without apps. We cannot exist without our mobile technology. Mobile technology, in particular, offers a potential platform for economic growth and high-quality jobs in the mobile industry. While mobile software and apps are also have the potential to catalyze other sectors, such as healthcare and, of course, government services. Apps are now being developed at virtually the speed of light. The potential, therefore, exists through innovation in ICT, is not only built to build competitiveness, but also create a virtual explosion of entrepreneurial activity in Trinidad and Tobago. One cannot but marvel at the pace and the magnitude of technological change. This morning I was observing on BBC 5G, and I'm sure all of you all are fully aware of this, but the world is really moving very, very fast in the area of technology. But while recognizing the considerable strides that have been made in the ICT area, government is cognizant of the magnitude of the task to exploit the full transformative potential of this technology. It is also mindful that the country has a lot of catching up to do in the area of innovation, which represents the prime determinant of competitive advantage and economic survival, given the country's position on the global innovation scale. I wish to use the opportunity to assure of government's commitment to address all the shortcomings in the enabling environment necessary to foster economic transformation and sustainability. Towards this end, the government has actively pursued a number of measures, among them the National ICT Plan 2017 to 2021, which is focused on improving connectivity, enhancing ICT infrastructure, and strengthening ICT legislation, with a vision for ICT to become further integrated into the lives of citizens and the operations of business and government. In addition, the government has developed and has launched the innovation policy, which is being used to guide its efforts to pursuing the creation of an innovation-driven society. And equally complementary to that, government has been involved in an IDB loan called the Global Services Offshoring Program, intended to build the ITES sector of Trinidad and Tobago and building capacity and also all the small and micro enterprises in this very viable economic area. The government recognizes, however, that it cannot do it all alone and is therefore open to partnering with key stakeholders to realize its transformation objectives, which speaks to the strategic importance and necessity of networking. I wish to commend Kariri for this role it has played in contributing to the success of PitchIT Caribbean through the local mobile hub and its sterling efforts to date in progressing government's innovation facilitation and entrepreneurship development agenda through the Center for Enterprise Development at Freeport. My expectation of the PitchIT alumni is that it will not start and end this afternoon. I expect that the seed planted today would be nurtured and grown to become a vehicle for expansion of the mobile technology subsector, thereby helping to build out the technology-enabled innovation ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a truism that you cannot have an innovative knowledge economy without knowledgeable, creative people. I consider that we have a very creative population in Trinidad and Tobago, not to mention a very diverse one. We therefore have the basic raw material to unleash a wave of innovative activity and radically transform our economy. We just need to harness and direct that creative potential and thereby surmount the challenge of translating creativity into innovation and, by extension, a more competitive economy. I remain confident that we are fully capable of doing so. I thank you for just my few words and wish you all the best. And to the alumni, may you continue to grow and encourage others to be part of this very important sector of our economy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, PS, for your very encouraging words. Also joining us today is Ms. Melissa Johnson. Ms. Johnson, who served as the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project's lead, is a senior projects and portfolio officer of Lumen Consulting, a UE company headquartered in Jamaica, which was the main hub of the project. To bring greetings on behalf of the project, please welcome Ms. Melissa Johnson.
Ms. Joanne Deraj, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development. Mr. Fenwick Reed, Chairman of Massey Technologies. Ms. Anna Henderson, CEO of Massey Technologies Applied Imaging. Mr. Richard Sakai, Managing Director of Sakai's Diesel Service Limited. Mr. Narad Tewari, CEO of the American Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Alison Demas, Chairperson of the NOVA Committee of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce, Republic Bank representative, Ms. Karen McSween, Mr. Megnath Hussain, Executive Manager, Corporate Services of Kariri, Ms. Denise Ferguson, Human Resource Manager of Kariri, Pro Vice Chancellor, Stefan Gift, with responsibility for Graduate Studies and Research for the University of the West Indies, CMIP alum, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the sponsors and management of the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project and the PitchIT Caribbean program, it is my pleasure to be here today at this event, which also encapsulates the launch of the PitchIT Caribbean Alumni Network. In 2011, InfoDev, the World Bank's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program, with sponsorship by the Government of Canada, launched the Entrepreneurship Program for Innovation in the Caribbean, EPIC. 20 million Canadian dollars was committed to support the development of a robust and vibrant innovation and entrepreneurship regional ecosystem geared towards improving competitiveness, spurring economic growth, and supporting job creation from the Bahamas in the north to Suriname in the south. A University of the West Indies consortium comprising of Mona School of Business and Management, Mona Business Support Services, and UWI Consulting, now Lumen Consulting, recognized the opportunity to play a key role in identifying, nurturing, equipping, and propelling regional innovators operating in the ICT, mobile, and digital technology spheres. Since commencing project activities in 2014, CMIP, through its flagship PitchIT Caribbean program, has engaged with and provided support to 600 aspiring and practicing entrepreneurs across the region. The project's success may be largely attributable to the cultivation of strong, active, innovation-driven networks within the region and across the globe. Our project implementation narrative is a testimony to network creation and expansion. The knowledge and technical resources of the UWI Consortium were leveraged with those of local innovation enablers in Dominica, Barbados, St. Kitts, and Trinidad and Tobago to effectively drive local engagement and provide hands-on support to entrepreneurs and innovators through mentorship, training, coaching, and incubation services. The PitchIT Caribbean Challenge events brought together entrepreneurs from across the region to build out their ideas and establish their MVPs under the guidance of recognized regional and international entrepreneurship coaches. Many of these coaches continue to serve as resources to our alumni as they build out their startups. The rigorous training provided in the boot camp guided all participants to develop and hone the skills, competencies, and confidence to champion their apps and solutions to potential partners and investors. Skills which have so far resulted in the sale of one app, with many others in the pipeline. And just to contextualize, the total grant for the 4-year execution of the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project was US $1.5 million. The single app that was sold for $2.7 million US, which over a 3-year period represents almost a 180% return on initial investment. The 15 winners of the PitchIT Challenge events, through their sponsored participation in regional and international pitch events, conferences, and trade shows, obtained valuable exposure and augmented their own networks with potential investors, collaborators, mentors, and contacts. 6 Caribbean entrepreneurs, with the assistance of the World Bank and the Government of Finland, participated in the Slush Global Impact Accelerator between 2014 and 2016, connecting them with other socially driven innovators from Latin America, Africa, and Asia. These connections have spawned collaborations in the development of a robust edutech platform, providing career guidance to high school students and supported the funding of a soon-to-be-launched Caribbean-wide health emergency response platform. These are just a few of the examples which demonstrate the power of networks to catalyze change and spur economic and social development. As enablers and facilitators, it is our role to look to the future, to entertain the disruptive ideas, to nudge the establishment towards the future. It is our duty to promote collaboration, to design our programs to meet the needs of the innovators, to energize the thinker-doers by connecting them to growth resources. As the CMIP comes to a close this month, Lumen Consulting, a subsidiary of the UWI, asserts its commitment to ensuring the preservation and expansion of the assets developed by the project. In early 2019, PitchIT Caribbean professional development courses in entrepreneurship will be available in partnership with the UWI Cave Hill campus, and we intend for this offering to be made available across the region. The company is also spearheading the launch of a hybrid incubator accelerator program for high potential startups in Bridgetown, modeled on the world-leading Velocity program at the University of Waterloo in Canada. And of course, we will be continuing engagement and support to our alumni network through virtual sessions, support for alumni-led events, and engagement and collaboration with enablers, funders, and innovators across the global innovation ecosystem. As a region, we have much to do in support of innovation, but we must not lose sight of how much we have to gain. Our quest for improved economic competitiveness and enhanced productivity requires collaboration and a renewed trust to work together on the development and implementation of solutions which improves all our lives. Established businesses must embrace startups to implement innovative solutions to reduce costs and to improve operations. Innovators must design and deliver solutions which meet current and future industry needs. Governments must introduce innovative solutions within their own operations to improve service delivery and support their mandates of being facilitators of Caribbean development. In closing, I must extend our sincere thanks to the many persons and organizations which have supported the PitchIT program since its inception. We acknowledge gratefully the support of the Government of Canada as a lead sponsor and the World Bank for its management oversight of EPIC and by extension CMIP. To the teams at the regional M-Hubs, Barbados Coalition of Service Industries, CARIRI, National Telecom Regulatory Commission of Dominica, and Quintessence Consulting of St. Kitts, it would not have been possible without you. To our corporate sponsors, including Republic Bank, thank you for your support of regional entrepreneurship and innovation. To the coaches, mentors, consultants, past and present project steering committee members, and team members, your valuable contributions are acknowledged. And finally, to our PitchIT alumni, we affirm our belief in your potential to build and manage innovative digital enterprises, to contribute to economic growth, and to advance social inclusion. Thank you for entrusting us to walk alongside you in this demanding yet worthwhile journey, and we look forward to our continued engagement to strengthen our vibrant regional network. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. I am sure that there's more success to follow on the achievements of the project to date. And speaking about success, the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project has realized great success in identifying and nurturing top developers and entrepreneurial teams in the region, as well as in cultivating future talent in the region's tech-enabled sector. Please look on at the following video as we showcase some of the experiences of project participants.
Can you say your name, company, and app for us?
My name is Emil Jobati. The name of the company is KE Press Club, short for Connecting Entertainment Press Club. And the name of the app is Trinbago City Guide.
Can you give us a brief description about your app?
Trinbago City Guide gives you the edge in finding the most wonderful places surrounding you in Trinidad and Tobago. It's created for the tourists that come into our country, and it's also for the local people who are looking for interesting places or specific places in Trinidad and Tobago. And it has a beautiful interface and provides detailed information.
Tell us about the support you received from the PitchIT Caribbean project.
Well, PitchIT Caribbean project offered amazing mentorship in terms of helping me target the market and finding my revenue potential.
What was your overall experience being involved with the project?
My overall experience with the project was excellent. The project in terms of the Trinbago or with
PitchIT Caribbean.
all right. The overall experience is excellent in terms of the networking and the workshops especially and the training.
What is the current status of your app?
The current status of the application, it is published on the Google App Store. It has received over 500 installs, and it also has generated a small revenue from ads.
What is the promotion of the app if it's in stores online?
Currently, the app is on the Google Play Store, and some social media promotion is being done.
Hi, can you state your name, company, and app for us, please?
Good day, my name is Joshua Hamlet. My company is called Enduna, and the app is named after the company Enduna also. Enduna is the South African term for a person who organizes resources in village, so we thought it was a very cool idea to call the app Enduna.
Can you give us a brief description about your app, please?
Well, the technical sentence we use is that Enduna streamlines access for entrepreneurs to investors. But I guess to break it down, what Enduna simply does is that we're a platform that is going to allow investors to meet entrepreneurs. And we're also going to ensure that these entrepreneurs are investor ready and that these investors have the resources and the capacity to help these entrepreneurs get their business idea forward. The app uses the mechanism of crowdfunding to achieve this. So it's not your Facebook for investors, but it is definitely going to be an online environment where entrepreneurs can directly connect to the investors they want to, and investors can directly connect to the entrepreneurs that they want to support and the ideas that they want to support as well.
Tell us about the support you received from the PitchIT Caribbean project.
PitchIT was an amazing experience, and I think I want to describe the support in twofold. There was the support that you get as a Trinidad and Tobago participant. I had some sessions at Caribbean. That's one end of the support, and the other support as well was the mentorship in the event at the event in St. Kitts. In Trinidad and Tobago, the sessions carried my idea from just like a pie in the sky with incredibly nice words to having a revenue model, to using the lean canvas model approach, as well as to really understand what are my customer segments. So the first thing that Query did was really create an environment for me as an entrepreneur to understand what is the real life impact of my business and my business idea, what I should want out of my business idea, and how to get it out there, as well as it allows me to understand the financial components of it and what investors are really looking for. When I went to St. Kitts, it was a family. We developed an entire family affair. The experience was incredible. PitchIT made us feel welcome. We had the best treatment possible. I met with fellow entrepreneurs and the three mentors. Well, the mentor that was under me, Miss Georgina Perry, and it was just an incredible experience. At the event, my idea got tested. You threw that idea into the toughest of waters, and I was able to really squeeze the value added component out of the idea, and that to me was incredible because all the other places that I would have gone to for entrepreneurial support never really allowed me to capture the value of the idea and the app that I was creating. So in St. Kitts, it was really crunching out the value of the idea that we had. And after that, it's just been, I guess, an informal family and community where I get to reach out to entrepreneurs from all over the Caribbean. And I think it's directly connected to the model and to the way in which PitchIT did the entire event.
What is the current status of your app?
Well, thanks to PitchIT, we actually we went and we developed a website for the app, and we actually decided to go after our first customers. Because after the event in St. Kitts, one thing that really stuck with me and my team was that let us get customers, because customers are the true validation of any business idea. And we attempted to do some crowdfunding, and it wasn't as successful as we wanted to be, which is great, because failure is always that stepping stone to success. So what we did is we pulled down the website for a bit until the end of 2018, and we're going to relaunch into early 2019. And what we're really going to be focusing on is how to make sure that persons in Trinidad and Tobago could use a platform such as crowdfunding to connect entrepreneurs and to connect investors. So the current stage of the idea is that we've gone through all the ideation phases, we've tested it, we've gotten a little bit of market validation, and we sort of understand what people want and what people don't want from a product like Enduna. So now it's just to come full force when we relaunch in 2019.
Hi, can you state your name, company, and app for us, please?
So my name is Stephen James, company is Wonderscape, and the name of the app is Wonderscape.
Can you give us a brief description about your app, please?
Sure, so Wonderscape is an app that connects travelers to authentic experiences with locals. What that means is that travelers are able to find authentic and immersive experiences that are off the beaten path. And on the other hand, it allows locals to kind of act as their own tour guides and become insiders and share experiences. Until they can earn money by sharing these experiences with the app.
Tell us about the support you received from the PitchIT Caribbean project.
Okay, I think I've been most vocal about this. The PitchIT Caribbean project has been the best experience I've had so far on this entrepreneurial journey. I think the support, the mentorship, they've really kind of stuck with you through the process. It wasn't something that, okay, you kind of get started, you win the prize money, and then you just kind of leave you. They've had follow-up webinars, calls. Actually, through that, I've gotten kind of close to some of the facilitators and just kind of being able to message them personally and kind of getting updates as to some of the things they have coming up, as well as them checking on us. Subsequent to that, we've been able to get access through winning it was a code sprint and then the PitchIT Caribbean challenge to go to Web Summit, which was a summit that I think is actually heralded as the best tech conference in the world. So that was a huge opportunity to kind of learn or see firsthand what it's like, to exhibit your startup and to see some of these world-class companies, exhibit and kind of discuss, different topics around tech and be able to kind of showcase our app to the world. And I think the reception we got there was phenomenal as well. So I would say definitely it's priceless. The experience has been a priceless one.
What is the current status of your app?
Right, so Wonderscape at the moment, where we're at is kind of re-strategizing to a certain extent for the local market. Basically because we have kind of seen some of the issues that exist here. Now, Wonderscape from inception was never just about Trinidad and Tobago. So where we're at also is about to get ready to launch in the markets St. Lucia, Jamaica, and Barbados. We should be ready with that by Carnival next year. All right, the idea is really just to kind of get enough of a hold in the Caribbean market and kind of push forward to the European market next. All right, so it's going pretty well so far. We have bookings coming in, a lot of interest, and generally what we've heard is that, from insiders or persons on the ground, is that it's a great opportunity for them to earn money by sharing their passions more or less. And so everybody loves that, and I mean they love that it's free as well. We don't charge them to do it. So the response has been great, and we continue to work. It's a lot of work, but we're pressing on.
What is the promotion of your app? Is it on any of the app stores?
Yes, so Wonderscape is actually live, or has been live for a while actually, on both the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store. So you can just search Wonderscape, that's WANDERSCAPE, and you'll find the app, and be able to kind of take advantage of all the features of the app and check it out yourself. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wouldn't you like to show your appreciation and encourage these 3 young entrepreneurs? Republic Bank was a sponsor of the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project and has always shown great commitment to building an entrepreneurial society by supporting programs like this. I am pleased to invite Ms. Karen McSween to bring brief remarks on behalf of Republic Bank.
All protocols having been observed. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this invitation to share a few words in support of this brilliant initiative, the launch of this alumni network at PitchIT Caribbean. And on the bank's behalf, I want to officially recognize and thank everyone from PitchIT, CMIP, and our Caribbean partners and representatives to the governments of Canada and the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for their continued work in creating and sustaining this wonderful resource center for entrepreneurs in the tech community. Before I go on, I also want to recognize the team at the University of the West Indies, with whom we have enjoyed a long and mutually rewarding relationship of empowerment through the years. We have always considered it an honor to be a part of any movement designed to empower future leaders and help them to realize their goals, even if it is simply to share a few words of heartfelt encouragement on occasions like this. That said, I want to formally share our sincerest optimism around this project and our hopes that the way forward proves to be even more encouraging and rewarding than the path already traveled. Coming back to the word community, in that regard, I think we can all agree on how and why creating an alumni network is a pivotal step in achieving the goal of a more productive and sustainable technology sector. The idea of community has significant overtones for today because of the pursuit of an empowered and better developed tech entrepreneurial class, even SME sector. At its heart, it has a close connection and synergy with all the fundamental resources: financial, commercial, legal, and of course, human. While ILT has influenced and some may say dictated every major global change within the last 2 centuries, we know that the market is tough for those who are not prepared. It is even tougher when there's a lack of opportunity and encouragement for bonding to take place between the visionaries, the investors, and the various elements of the marketplace. That is why having access to an organization like this, PitchIT Caribbean, in your arsenal can mean the difference between success and failure. I believe the word you use is ecosystem, and I think it is the perfect term. Navigating the market requires teamwork. Entrepreneurs, co founders, marketers, innovators, investors, legal experts, all working together, relying upon and receiving invaluable counsel from each other. The fact remains that our entrepreneurs of today cannot do it alone, nor should they ever have to. And having agreed on that, it follows that we, in our various capacities, must continue to invest and support initiatives like this if success is to be the goal. We have to continue to invest our resources, our time, and expertise if initiatives like this are to move from potential to actual, from what we would like it to be to how it should be. After all, this is a part of the very definition. This is a part of the very definition of an entrepreneur. Someone who looks at the way the world is and makes a decision to change it for the better. But again, they cannot do it alone. And if the envisioned results are to be achieved, and our emergent tech sector is to get the support and rubric it so desperately needs in order to be considered sustainable, we need to strengthen the community in which it exists. Institutional knowledge, expertise, and just plain old experience have been and will always continue to be invaluable guides in the journey. And in that regard, we are indeed well met today. It is my honor to be here today, not just as a representative of an organization that continually invests in entrepreneurship and the sustainability of a strong regional economy, but simply as someone who understands the importance of building an SME community that can claim its rightful place in the world. If I can leave you with just one wish, it would be that as a relatively small community, we should always be mindful that we are here to share as much as we are here to learn. If we are really serious about advancing the state of local and regional tech entrepreneurship in the right direction, with that must come a concerted effort to listen to what is shared, be earnest and forthright in what we share, and leave today with a renewed sense that all the progress that has been achieved can be further built upon and improved. We have an entire sector of tech entrepreneurs just brimming with ideas on how to improve the present and set the future. They are out there creating, dreaming, wishing, and hoping. PitchIT, CMIP, and their teams job in turning hopes into reality and wishes into businesses. Republic Bank commends you on an outstanding effort so far and extends our support for its continuation. As you continue to give life to the adage that a rising tide raises all ships, we are heartened to have been invited to be a part of that tide today. We look forward to what the future brings and to doing our part to guide and empower our region's present and future entrepreneurs. This is a generation armed with the courage to dream, the resourcefulness to build, the knowledge of how to grow, and above all, driven by a burning sense of urgency to learn and create, all of which continue to define every great entrepreneur in the 21st century. On behalf of Republic Bank, I again extend heartfelt congratulations on this accomplishment and our sincerest wishes on the realization of what is promising to be a very bright future for our region. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McSween, for your wise advice and your support. I would now like to invite Ms. Tremaine Gomaya to address you. Tremaine is the coordinator of Kariri's M Center, the only mobile applications lab and accelerator in the region. The M Center incubates high potential mobile app developers and tests mobile applications to determine their readiness for the market. To share some more on this with you, please welcome Ms. Tremaine Gomaya.
Hi, thank you. Ms. Joanne Deiraj, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development. Ms. Melissa Johnson, Project Lead for the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project. Mr. Fenwick Reed, Chairman of Massey Technologies, Ms. Anna Henderson, CEO of Massey Technologies Applied Imaging, Mr. Richie Sukai, Managing Director of Sukai's Digital Service Limited, Mr. Nirad Tuari, CEO of American Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Alison Demas, Chairperson of Nova Committee, Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Karen McSween, Marketing Manager, Republic Bank, Mr. Megnard Gosain, Executive Manager, Corporate Services, Kariri, Mrs. Denise Ferguson, Human Resource Manager, Kariri. CMIP alumni, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tremaine Gamaya, and I'm here today to speak to you about Kariri's Mobile Applications Laboratory, also known as the M Center. Since its establishment, the M Center has provided a shared space where technology entrepreneurs can interact, work, gain access to tools and expertise, deploy their solutions, and start and grow their businesses. Through the M Center, entrepreneurs in the mobile app industry are able to access business and capacity development services designed to help them grow and compete effectively in the global market. The M Center comprises of three main elements: the Incubation Lab, the Living Lab, and the App Club. Last year, the M Center introduced its tailored incubation program for web and mobile application technology startups. What's a better path to success? Be part of a group or go at it alone. For many entrepreneurs in the tech space, being part of something larger has helped them get their ideas off the ground more quickly and smoothly. Ultimately, our incubator can be the perfect bridge in making that big step from idea to execution. The program is offered in two ways: a 4-month program for clients that require assistance in developing an idea into a mobile app, and a 2-month program for clients that possess a completed app or prototype but require testing and adjustments for market. In the program, the incubatees are able to access office and workspace, meeting rooms, and connectivity. They are able to access the Living Lab facility, attend workshops and courses held by the M Center during the duration of the program, and attend coaching sessions with business and technical mentors, both in person and virtually. The incubator offers clients guidance and resources such as office space and legal guidance with the Intellectual Property Office. Having this infrastructure in place allows the clients to focus on what really matters: the core business of developing the app. One of the biggest benefits of being part of an incubator is the ability to tap into a strong network of partners. Furthermore, the mentors will be able to help further define the client's vision, strategy, and roadmap. The M Center Living Lab conducts usability and functionality testing on mobile apps. It answers the big question of, why should I test my mobile app before I publish it? Any app, whether it's a mobile app or a web application, is a product. And just like any other product, it requires testing from every angle to ensure its quality. Functionality. Does the app work? It sounds simple, however, functionality testing is done to validate that each and every component of the application is working as expected. If clicking a button should generate a specific response by design, it should do so on the app. Usability. Think of usability as quality assurance. The Living Lab provides an environment where users are studied interacting with a mobile app. You are able to discover how easy it is for users to perform basic tasks when they open the app, how easily they can grasp and learn the app based on its current design, how fast an experienced user can accomplish the various tasks on the app, and the user satisfaction of the app. You get to know how happy each user will be and how much they like the app and the design. And finally, a very integral part of M Center is our App Club. Since its inception, it has assisted in bringing people together who have an idea for an app and those who can develop it, building a very strong network. Members of the App Club will also have access to training workshops and seminars. The Art Club experienced a number of successful workshops and seminars this year, which included Introduction to Animation, Introduction to IoT and Watson, Introduction to Gaming, Mobile App Development with Xamarin and Azure Cloud, Gaming for Beginners, Social Media Management, Logo Design, and our second year of Junior Adventure Tech Camp. And what you can look forward to next year, more workshops in gaming, animation, and social media management, training courses in areas such as Introduction to JavaScript, Introduction to Programming for Android, C# programming, and Introduction to Programming for iOS. We have also included workshops in new areas such as graphic design and virtual reality. Curie was also proud this year to have partnered with the Ministry of Education, Curriculum Planning and Development Division to promote the idea generation in the mobile app industry in the form of a competition entitled Young Innovators Mobile App Competition, or YIMAC. The competition motivated secondary school students throughout Trinidad and Tobago to develop an idea for a mobile application that solved an issue currently existing in the school, community, or nationwide. Through a combination of sensitization forums, workshops, the competition directly exposed thousands of students to idea generation and problem-solving skills. The purpose of the sensitization sessions was to spur idea generation, foster the growth of an innovative mindset, and promote a technology trust towards mobile app development. Submitted entries were screened with the selection of the top 10 teams who attended wireframing workshops. The top 10 teams pitched ideas last week Friday. The participants were scored on impact, innovation, sustainability, product, and presentation. Shogunas North Secondary School claimed victory with their idea in security and crime called GLAM 99, a geographic location marker, accessories marker. So please feel free to meet with the team after to answer any questions you may have about any of our services. And if anyone is interested in joining our app club, we have forms at the back and registration is free. I do thank you for listening, and please do enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Tremaine. Kariri has also recently been making significant inroads in the local market with the provision of data analytics solutions, incorporating both custom software and mobile app development. In fact, the Kariri Data Analytics team has been in high demand over the last year, and among other projects, they have produced a data analytics solution which utilizes our first in-house built mobile app for one of our clients, Sukai's Diesel Service Limited, the managing director of which is here with us this afternoon, and I am pleased that he has accepted our invitation to say a few words. Leading the Kariri Data Analytics team is Ms. Lynette Akong, who will now share with you some of the exciting work which they are doing. Please welcome Lynette Akong.
Thank you, Hayden. Ms. Joanne Deoraj, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Planning and Development. Ms. Melissa Johnson, Project Lead, Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project. Mr. Fenwick Reed, Chairman, Massey Technologies. Ms. Anna Henderson, CEO, Massey Technologies. Mr. Richie Sukai, Managing Director, Sukai's Diesel Services Limited. Mr. Narad Tawari, CEO, American Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Alison Demas, NOVA Committee Chair, Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Karen McSween, Republic Bank. Mr. Megnad Gosain, Executive Manager, Corporate Services, Kariri. Mrs. Denise Ferguson, Human Resource Manager, Kariri. CMIP alumni, members of the media, Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Curie Data Analytics develops bespoke software solutions with integrated data analytics for clients across all sectors. We offer a unique blend of custom software development with integrated analytics and recently mobile app development in building out our solutions. We began with our focus on analytics and business intelligence using the data science approach. It has been our experience that the industry and our unique business environments across Trinidad and Tobago is demanding more value, more data, more integration of different sources of data, more than what an off-the-shelf solution sometimes offer. Using this integrated approach, we are able to deliver more. Our development services are evolving alongside our growing industry clientele. We have an integrated team of developers with domain expertise in data science, ICT, and various disciplines in engineering. Our team engage in solution development using software readily available in our client's environment or open source options where available. Our intent is to innovate a solution without passing on any additional software costs to our clients. We deliver on-site or on-cloud options utilizing and connecting data from various systems, manual and automated, which exist in any organization's business or operational environment. We have developed solutions and proof of concepts for clients in the energy, retail, manufacturing, service, and public sectors. The most recent of these is the SD Star application. The integrated SD Star application created by Curie Data Analytics for Sukai's diesel services is a service-based software solution. The solution includes three components: a web app component for the company's staff to manage all incoming jobs in their very unique service lifecycle, the SD Star mobile app component for their customers to receive updates on current status of their job, and the SD Star integrated analytics platform for the company to monitor their KPIs and trends. We will now take a look at a demo of the SD Star mobile app.
The SD Star solution is made up of a web app, mobile app, and integrated analytics platform. It monitors a service job throughout the unique SD service cycle. The SD Star mobile app is available on both the iOS App Store and the Android Play Store. When you download the app, you must first register and create an account using your email as your username and assign a super secret password. Once logged in, you have a menu to access various pieces of information, such as services offered by the company and diesel tips. These tips are updated regularly and are designed to assist with your problem description the next time you visit. To access your job information, you can enter the unique job number given to you by the service desk and hit search. You must then verify your identity by using a 10-digit phone number. You will then see a list of your jobs. Click on the job item in the list to access more details. The details page shows all the information on the selected service job. Here you can view and accept the quotation for your job. You can also communicate your approval with the service desk. You can also see all the activities associated with your job at each stage in the service cycle, along with their start and expected completion dates. The app notifies you as your job reaches important steps in the process. This is a key feature. The data collected from the solution populates dashboards, which informs the company on the number of pending and completed jobs in their system. It also shows the spatial distribution of their customers. The service desk can also use this solution to search and retrieve any job and access all its details via the web app or analytics platform.
stage with me a leader in the diesel service industry, Mr. Richie Sukai, with locations across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Am I right? Yes. So thank you for joining me, Mr. Sukai. And as we roll our video, which shows our journey with your company in developing this integrated solution, I would like to discuss the SD STAR application. And STAR STAR stands for Service, Testing, and Repair. And tell us, what was your environment like before Kariri stepped in? And how has this solution benefited your company and clients?
First of all, good afternoon, all, and all protocols being observed. I would like to also recognize the former Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Basan Barrett, and the economist from UE, Professor Dr. Valmiki Arjun, the wonderful staff at Curry, and also my staff at the company. Our environment, basically, and how the service environment in Trinidad and Tobago, given a time of where we are in a bit of recession, the economy needs some sort of stimulant. People do look for that more efficient service, even to be provided, whether you're a normal mechanic on the road or you're a huge business that runs multinational at a multi-level, multinational platforms. You need to provide that type of service to the consumers, to your customers. In the Caribbean, we tend to sometimes lapse and we don't really focus on customer service. So one of my biggest problems was actually keeping our customers updated on their jobs. And most of the times they will be calling the company, trying to get information. My staff who is at the front desk, and they're here today, Mario and Crystal, they're always, is either tons of jobs they're seeing about. They don't have time to answer each and every one of these individuals. So given that smartphone users from 2016 and it's projected to 2019 has actually will increase from 2.1 million to actually 2.5 billion, people across the world. We're looking at everyone basically has a smartphone in Trinidad and Tobago. Therefore, most of our customers that are coming into our counter will have a smartphone. So I wanted to find out a way that I could integrate a solution that will be able to give them information at the palm of their hands. And this is where Curry came in.
I remember in our first meeting with you, Mr. Sukai, you told me very bluntly, if you cannot give me something that speak to my customers, I cannot do a project with you. And so we ended up doing the integrated analytics for you. So can you tell us what value you expect that these dashboards would bring to you, which you did not have before?
Right. Now, before we go that step further, I want to say that the staff at Curry were very instrumental and very knowledgeable in terms of getting and delivering what I needed and tailoring a package. And I would like, to really acknowledge these people. We have Keon, we have Sharda, Alicia, Artie, yourself, Lynette, who spent countless hours behind this project. Now, this project actually came off of something that you'll think come from an international level, an international company, when it came right from our home, right here in Kariri. And this is what I want to highlight, that, you don't have to go far. The solutions are right here in Trinidad and Tobago, and it's world class. And the beauty about it is that it was tailored for me, for the company. So everything that every question I had, you were there, your staff was there to be able to guide me along the way in delivering such a let's say successful app. And when it's actually launched to our customers, I'm sure they'll be very happy. In terms of the KPI that you're talking about, some of these KPI could be tracked with a normal Excel program, but the beauty about having it in front of you as dashboards, where you can be anywhere in the world, which I can travel anywhere and I'll be viewing a dashboard and viewing exactly what is wrong with a job, why it's held up. And a customer could call and I could say, yes, sir, I know exactly where your job is. It's something like, my vision for this app is like, you buy an item on Amazon, they send the item out with a tracking number to you, right? It's the same way you bring a job into a service company, a tracking number, a job number, a unique number is created for that item. That job number is then your key of tracking the job through the company. In other words, you don't have to call 100 times to find out what is the position. You don't have to call to hear your quote, or you don't have to wait for a service member to call you. Everything will be delivered straight to your smartphone. So the beauty about it is that you will be able to track exactly where the job is. You will be able to get a quote directly to your phone. You will be able to accept, or you can have the option to whether call into the company to discuss, maybe an item that you have questions about. So coming back to the KPIs that are being presented to me now, it actually gives me a better view of where am I going, where in the service industry I am falling short, and how I can better serve my customers.
Great. And lastly, your service desk is the hotspot in your organization. How will the web app revolutionize what happens at your service desk?
All right. Again, once we have the trained individuals who are going to handle that aspect of it, they will be able to deliver real-time information on jobs for the customers. So seeing that customers wouldn't have the bureaucracy of going through the system anymore and having downtime waiting to get things processed, it'll be real time, it'll be online, and it should be updated immediately. Once it moves from one step to the other, it will be updated immediately.
So thank you for sharing your journey with us, Mr. Sukai, and thank you, audience, for your attention. We would both be on the floor for the networking session afterwards if you have any questions. So we will now like to hand back over to Hayden to return to our regular program.
Thank you, Lynette, and thank you, Mr. Sukai. What do you all think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. To wrap up the formal part of this evening's program, I would like to invite the Human Resource Manager at Curry, Mrs. Denise Ferguson, to provide our closing remarks. Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you, Hayden. Ms. Joanne Deoraj, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development. Ms. Melissa Johnson, Project Lead for the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project. Mr. Fenwick Reed, Chairman of Massey Technologies Applied Imaging. Ms. Anna Henderson, CEO of Massey Technologies. Mr. Richie Sukai, Managing Director of Sukai's Diesel Service Limited. Ms. Alison Dimas, Chairman of Nova Committee, Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Karen McSween, Representative of Republic Bank. Mr. Megnat Gosain, Executive Manager, Corporate Services, Kariri. Hayden Charles, Program Leader, Kariri. Robert Noons, Business Consultant, Kariri. Staff of Sukai's Diesel Service Limited, staff of Kariri. Professor Gift Yui, Vasan Bharat, former Minister of Trade. Ms. Selma Lee, IBM. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am indeed delighted to be giving closing remarks at the launch of the PitchIT Caribbean Alumni Network, a network focused on building, development, and driving the mobile app ecosystem throughout the Caribbean. It is interesting that this week, November 12 to 18, the world is celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week, the largest celebration of innovators and job creators who launch startups, bring ideas to life while bringing investors, mentors, and collaborators together. Public, private, and academic institutions host initiatives, both small and large, for this week. This platform is not just for awareness, but for fostering connections and collaborations as entrepreneurs attempt to maneuver this ecosystem. And that's exactly what we are doing today. I would have to ask Melissa, did you choose this week and specifically this day to reinforce these ideals? Jeff Terrell said, if you are working to develop an entrepreneurial idea or venture, you have to keep the modern mode of life in mind. We're online, we're on the go all the time. This means that the ability to build a mobile or web application has become critical to supporting your entrepreneurial endeavors. On Wednesday, Kariri also contributed to Global Entrepreneurship Week by partnering with the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs to host at our CD, Center for Enterprise Development, a workshop entitled IP and Branding for Entrepreneurs. This saw us reaching out to our alumni groups in many services that we offer, including those who participated in the Caribbean Mobile Innovation Project, for which Kariri is the M-Hub in Trinidad and Tobago. At Kariri, we are poised to engage this alumni network, as we have done successfully in the past, creating an online community for our Business Hatchery alumni. The PitchIT alumni have all been offered membership in our mobile app club, having access to our M Center and our Living Lab. Most, if not all, have already taken up this invitation. The PitchIT Caribbean Alumni Network has a friend, Melissa, in Kariri. Be assured of that, a friend for life. We will continue to allow and create opportunities and avenues for hosting training and workshops, bringing mentors and mentees together, coaching sessions, as well as looking for competitions, if not hosting them ourselves, to ensure that the network continues. The CD, our flagship department for innovation, which is located at Innovation Drive in Freeport, can boast of an innovation and business incubator where we consider and cater for the full gamut of entrepreneurial needs. For idea conceptualization, we have our Idea Advisory Service, which gives the opportunity to all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now and soon the region to get assistance in the development of their ideas from conceptualization to commercialization. Currently, the IAS is funded by the IDB for 3 years, and the aim is to support firms and individuals, including entrepreneurs in the area of mobile app. Applicants can benefit in all areas, and they gain from workshops, seminars, and valuable assistance in determining proof of novelty, protection of idea, market demand for the idea, and development of prototypes, more recently and more economically, prototypes. As well, we have our business hatchery and business incubation, which allows for customer validation, market research, strategy, accounting and finance, business model, and business pitch. At the CD, we have international facilities with local content, partnering with both private and public sector to improve the ecosystem so desperately required by entrepreneurs as we continue to compete and work in a one world space. An ecosystem which can be very complex and difficult at times. Kariri seeks to make this journey for you entrepreneurs a lot easier. In recognizing this journey, we must begin at an earlier age. Therefore, Kariri has reached out to the future generation of our country. Last week, our Young Innovation mobile app competition came to an end, and 10 schools were in the finals out from 50 throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We thank Massey Technology for partnering with us. We saw secondary school children conceptualizing mobile app ideas that would rival the best in the world. The focus on the competition was app design and not development. So students were not required to have previous coding experience to enter. However, subsequently, they were taught wireframing. All they needed actually was an idea for a mobile app that will solve an existing problem they have identified in their school, community, or nation. As such, the sole purpose of the competition was to highlight new, innovative app ideas, focusing on one, solve a problem, make a solution. And the catchphrase really was, it only takes one good idea. The winning team will be required to attend one coaching session, technical and business, over the month, a 3-month period with Kariri's M Center, which provides a tailored incubation program for web and mobile application. The incubator, we see it as a perfect bridge to make the big step from idea to execution. And this is not only for YIMAC, but anyone, any entrepreneur, anyone can come and do this. The app is projected to be built over the 3-month period. Kariri continues to believe at its core that innovation is simply creativity being implemented. We will continue to help mobile app entrepreneurs find and navigate the ecosystem as they create a sustainable and profitable environment where businesses are built, jobs are created, and Trinidad and Tobago can continue to contribute to the innovation landscape. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. We've now come to the end of the formal program for this afternoon's proceedings. And in closing, we would like to express our thanks to Ms. Joanne Deoraj, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development. Thank you, Ms. Deoraj, for taking the time to be here this evening. I know that this event must have competed with many other pressing issues on your agenda. Ms. Melissa Johnson, for being here for this most important launch today. Thank you for being here. Mr. Fenwick Reed, thank you for your support and interest in this program. Mr. Richie Sukai, thank you for continuing to champion the use of technology to increase the efficiency with which we do things. Ms. Alison Demas, thanks for continuing to support initiatives such as this. And Ms. Karen McSween of Republic Bank, thanks for your support. We would like to thank Mr. Emil Jobiti, Mr. Joshua Hamlet, and Mr. Stephen James for their video testimonials, and thanks to the Kariri team, including Mr. Megnath Gosain and Ms. Denise Ferguson, Ms. Tremaine Gomaya, and Ms. Lynette Akong. Ms. Golda Lushington, for taking the lead on this project at Kuriri, thank you. Thanks to Alicia Williams and the rest of the marketing and also members of the IT teams. The CMIP alumni, congratulations and best wishes for the future. We would also like to acknowledge and thank our viewers on the web. And to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here today as we strengthen the network. We now have a special treat for you. We are pleased to present Ms. Tricia Lee Kelshaw and Mr. Kevin Carter, who would provide some seasonal entertainment for your pleasure. And after, please enjoy the sweet sound of pan provided by Ms. Natasha Joseph as we encourage you to mix, mingle, and network. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you everyone for having me. And now I can hear that you're relaxing a little bit. That was a lot of formal stuff.
Let the music play on, play on, play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. It's yourself and wild romance is what you party tonight. Fiesta, going on. Come on and sing along. We're going to all night, all night, all night, all night, all night.
guys are making it hard for me, but I don't give up easy. I missed the man who wanted to do a soft thing across it, and that's not working. I'll come back by him after. What's next?
Our day will come if we just wait a while.
Are you gonna have your
No tears for us. Make love and wear a smile. Our dreams are magic. Oh, and stay and love this way.
Now I'd like to just bring on a friend of mine, Kevin Carter, who is going to come and delight. We're not going to delight them.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost sniffing and strong. Titles being sung by a choir and photos dressed up like it's more. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe. Sweet seeds of love. Dancers with their eyes all aglow, they find it hard to see tonight. They sing gems on his fingers, lots of toys and goodies on the sleigh. With mother's child is on the smile to see if reindeers really know how to fly.
So I'm going to let you guys talk and do your thing. But we're going to do a song that we did a couple years ago called Call Me Baby that played on the radio. It's our Christmas song. We're going to offer it to you guys now. See the star in the sky, make a wish tonight that you come, touch my hand and call me baby. When you feel laughter in the air and there's love and magic everywhere, that's when I need you near. So come to me, don't you wanna be there? This Christmas, I'm on high, look into my eyes, love inside tonight, angels are singing. This Christmas, I'm alright, I just need your love tonight. So come to me, come to me. Oh, you baby. This feeling inside me, I cannot hide. I'll always be there for you. Tonight's a special night. With your heart and hands, love and soul. Oh, baby, come to me. I wanna be. This Christmas, I'm alive. Get to love's inside tonight. Angels singing. This Christmas, I'm alive. I just need your love tonight. So come to me, come to me. Oh, yeah, baby. Angels on high, give a wish tonight. My heart's desire. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Oh, we'll take it all. Oh, can you feel me? Can you feel me? Feel me inside. This Christmas, I'm alright. We'll get to my eyes. Love's inside tonight. Angels are singing. I just need some love tonight. Just need him to me. Come to me. Come to me. Hold me, baby. Hold me, baby. Hold me, baby. Thank you. Kev, we're going to go straight into some local favorites.
So we're gonna close up the session with this one, right? Because after all, Christmas time, yeah? no sorry, no change up. I ain't drinking them things they say. This Christmas all I want is a Spanish woman.
You're right, but ain't no way. Yeah. Let's see.
Switch. Or else spice it up too much. Spice it up too much. I have a holiday. 2 minutes. I know. We didn't want to play that song, man. Box is selling me out, man. Yeah, son. This thing have no behavior. Oh, Lord have mercy on us. You know the one song I'm looking for, like if they want to play, you know everything, you know. No, but you see, no, that one song is vibes. I don't want to play none of them tune there. Getting somewhere. have that one, but that's not big one. Of all the songs I ever had real tune, but I don't have that one. Eh? See now you're making me feel to play no more jazz. Why you doing with that? Why you doing with that? You call a big one there. Let me see if I can find it. Thanks. I can see that. Yeah, because not much people like that particular song. R&B. Cool. Me too. Thank you. I hope your Stevie Wonder is after this. I don't want to touch it. Yes, I hope it's what? I might be able to find out now. You have any music set up here to play? No? Oh. Well, all I have is like Cuban